This is question 3 of the Regression Models book chapter on regression to the mean. You ask a collection of husband and wives to guess how many jelly beans are in a jar. The correlation is 0.2. The standard deviation for the husbands is 10 beans, while the standard deviation for the wives is 8 beans. Assume that the data were collected so that 0 is the mean for each. The centered guess for husband was 30 beans above the mean. What will be your estimate of the wife's guess? Okay, so our data looks something like this. Here's 0, and here's 0. It looks pretty noisy, so like a big kind of fattish blob. And so this is the wife's guess, and this is the husband's. So we want basically to find the regression line through this data, and it has to go through 0, 0 because the data has been centered. So both the mean for the husbands and the mean for the wives is 0. So we need the slope. In this case, the slope for the wife is the predictor, with the husband for the wife is the outcome, with the husband as the predictor, is going to be the correlation 0.2 times the ratio of the standard deviations. The standard deviation for the wife is 8 beans, which is the y, and the standard deviation for the husband is 10 beans. So that is 0.16. Then we would just need to, that's our correlation, that's this slope right here, and then we just need to multiply that times the particular. If this is 30 beans above 0, 30 beans above the mean, we need to multiply it times the slope to get the value over here. If we had an intercept, we would also have to add the intercept back in, but we've centered everything so that the intercept is estimated to be 0. So that's 0.16 times 30, which is equal to 4.8. Now you might wonder, if the husband's guess was 30 beans above the mean, why is the mean for husbands? Why is the wife's guess only 4.8 beans above the mean for wives? And the reason is because the correlation is very low. Remember, if the correlation was 0, then we would simply multiply the husbands times 0 and always get 0 as our estimate. That is the regression of the mean. We're shrinking the wife's estimate very much so towards the mean because the information contained in the husband's guess is relatively low for predicting the wife's guess.